All right, good afternoon. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, everybody watching me from home. Thank you very much for coming on the show with me. And as you're coming in, um, I want you to um, share this video on your page. I want you to share it on your page. Let's share it. Let's share it. Let's share it. Um, we are going to be looking at a topic I called microwave forgiveness. Microwave forgiveness. So as you're coming in, please share the video on your page. My God, everybody's here. Everybody's online already. Okay. Olawumi Moses. God bless you. Jinkoli Grace. All right. Jinkoli Grace is coming on my show next. All right. Oyebimpe Kadara, how are you? Long time ago in Bethlehem. How is America treating you, my dear sister? God bless you. Elini Dogbe. Abidemi Akibile. Thank you. Sheyi Babalola. God bless you. Kemi Osukoya. God bless you. Muiwa Fowore. God bless you. Thank you very much. Tinu Lugbodi. God bless you. Thank you very much for connecting. We are going to be hosting two powerful women today. Two lovely sisters. We're going to be hosting them today. They are going to be sitting on a very hot seat. Kemi Onojoga. Kemi Onojoga. Kemi. Are you still single? Ṣé tí àwọn boys di lórí show yìí ni? O tí àwọn boys ó ṣe tí yín di ni? Tó bá yá ń sìn ẹ máa bá mi sọ̀rọ̀ pé ẹ nídìí ìyàwó. Ọmọ rẹ̀ mi bá ń sìn. Ọmọ ni mi bá ń sìn tó wà mẹ́rin sìn tí o ti máa rí tó wà pa tó ó set burúkú. Ọmọ tó set. Onojoga. Set. Get to set tó níṣẹ́ gidi lọ́wọ́. Tó bá yẹ máa sọ pé powers and principality ló ń worry life yín. You will be saying it's powers and principality worrying your life. I'm introducing you guys to something that will actually benefit your life now. You guys are not doing anything. When are you guys going to talk to me? You're looking for a very pretty girl, nice girl, ọmọ tó set, ọmọ tó ní everything. Tó ní gbogbo ẹ̀. Good evening, Jare. Daniel. You know say, wọ́n dẹ̀ rí Kẹ́mi Ọ̀nàṣọ́gà mẹ́ wọn lé mú, kọ́ lé ọmọ mú dànù, kọ́ lé mú, kọ́ gbá mú, kọ́ ṣe gbàgbós. Can you guys come and tell Pastor Lagbe we want you to come and attend our wedding? The Pastor Lagbe, we want you to come and attend our wedding. We are celebrating our wedding. And I will come there, I will just come there, come and wed you guys together. Hey, need the hero. You don't need crowd. All right, guys. Thank you very much for coming on the show with me. My name is Shola Jordan Adioye. Idowu Popola, Toyin Ashamu, Fola Ajayi. God bless you. Idara Joy. God bless you. Thank you very much. Sandra Oji. God bless you. Thank you very much. All right. So for those who are just joining this particular platform, if this is your first time on this platform, let me know so I can actually mention your name and just throw a salute. Kuti Oludeji, God bless you. Thank you very much. Jadesola Tomi Singh, God bless you. Thank you very much. Temitokpe Desmond, God bless you. So if this is your first time, can you please just signify and say this is my first time on this network, so we can actually know and be able to bless you. Elizabeth Okpeson, God bless you. Lola Williams, God bless you. Thank you very much. Melissa, God bless you. Thank you very much. God bless you. As you guys are coming in, please go ahead and share the video on your page and let's get more people connected, because we're going to be looking at the topic I call microwave forgiveness. I know a lot of men don't like me. So many of the men don't like me. And you're going to love me eventually. eventually you're going to love me. All right? Because what I'm doing is not because of myself. It's actually because of you guys. What I'm doing is not because of myself. It's actually because of you guys. So that you guys can have peace. So that you guys can know exactly how to treat your wives at home. All right? How to treat your wife at home. Is somebody new? Did I miss anything? Oh, man. Somebody must be new. Oh, I missed it. I'm really sorry. If you are the new person, you are the new guy, please post it again. Let me see you so I can mention your name by the grace of God. You see, Ola Oshe become Toby. I have a message for you. I have a message for you. God bless you. So if this is your first time, Chili Bruce, God bless you. This is your first time. All right. Thank you. Thank you for coming on the show. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. Man, Sunny, Adizat, Sunny, this is your first time. God bless you. Thank you very much for coming on the show. We really celebrate you. God bless you. Now, see, listen. We are going to be talking about microwave forgiveness. What are we talking about when we talk about microwave forgiveness? We're talking about forgiveness in general. How easy it is for me to forgive somebody? The wife to forgive the husband to forgive the wife. Or what exactly are men looking for? Sometimes men are looking for this microwave forgiveness. As in, like, just put it in microwave, bam, it's done. Okay? How can you cheat on your wife? How can you bang somebody that is very close to your wife? Or bang her best friend, bang her sister, or even bang somebody that is outside? Sorry, I'm going to actually come out the way it's supposed to be. Just forgive me. This is raw. This is raw right here. All right? How can you commit that kind of atrocity? You bang somebody in church, you sleep with somebody in church, or whatsoever. And now you are coming out to your wife and say, honey, forgive me. Honey, forgive me. I have sinned against you. This and this and that. And they want you to just put the forgiveness inside microwave. And then the next thing is, honey, I've forgiven you. And everything is all right. Some men want you to actually forgive them right this moment after they have committed atrocity. And then they want everything to become normal right after. Is it possible for us to have that? Is it possible for us to have a microwave forgiveness? Is it possible for women to forgive and forget just like that? Is it possible for men? No, let's not even talk about men. See, the reason why I'm not bringing men into this picture is I know, I believe, I trust, because I'm a man. It's not easy for men to forgive anything like this. We don't have microwave forgiveness. We can't microwave forgiveness at all. So that is why on my show today, I'm actually expecting my guest to click on the link. I'm still expecting my guest. She's not here. I'm expecting my guest to click on the link right now to be with me on the show. I'm not seeing her yet. So when we're talking about microwave forgiveness, I'm talking about, is it possible for women to just forgive and forget just like that? Or does it take time? Why is it that men are kind of cranky nowadays and say, okay, Shebi Motibe, I've already begged you. Oh, why can't you just forgive me? Why can't you just put the forgiveness inside microwave and let it be done? Like you're putting beef patty, or you're putting pancake inside of the oven, or maybe you are putting one thing or the other inside of the oven and let it just be done, bang, 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 and we bring it out, boom, and everybody's fine. Can't we just have that? Why do we have to labor? I actually begged for forgiveness yesterday. And then today you are still cranky. Next week you are still trying to beg for sex. I want to talk to you and say, so we need to talk about it. Now I have my guest in the house. By the grace of God, I have my guest, Yinka, in the house already. We are bringing another guest is coming in to join us. How are you doing, Yinka Sanusi?
I'm doing fine, Pastor.
Nice. This your face doesn't shine. Which one now? How is your face going to shine like this?
I decided to copy your swag.
Oh my goodness. How are you doing poppy swag with your Olo Devil as saying? How did you come to get the same color like my own?
I had to dig somewhere in the house. I knew I had it.
Jesus Christ of Jerusalem. I will turn my whole upside down. All right. How are you doing today?
I'm fine, thank you.
Can you introduce yourself? Who are you? Who is Yinka Sanusi?
Okay. My name is Yinka Sanusi. I am a married woman with 3
Don't
children.
tell us that one. We know you are married. Nobody is running after you. I'm joking. Tell us everything.
I'm a manager with one of the bigger career company.
Yeah.
I follow Pastor Shola, and I love commenting on some of the things I will hear. I'm a Christian.
Are you sure you're a Christian?
I am.
The way I'm seeing this person, you don't look like a Christian. Your wig is all the way down, your hat is all the way backward, and stuff like that.
I'm a Christian, and I'm a Christian with swag.
Chop knuckle, Jare. Chop this knuckle, chop the knuckle. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. You don't know what I'm drinking. This thing I'm drinking is making me gingering my swagger. This thing I'm drinking. All right. Thanks very much. Welcome to our show, by the grace of God. Actually, for you guys who don't know, Yinka Sanusi happens to be my PA. And she's been working with me on the ground, correcting some stuff. She's going to start deleting people now.
Yes,
or not. Eh?
I've got the
She's going to start deleting people right now. For real. Well, just be praying that she won't delete you. All right. So we are on the show by the grace of God. We have the topic before us is microwave forgiveness. And like I said, is it possible thank God you are a married woman. We are going to hear it from your own side. Because you're a married woman, you're going to be telling us based on experience and stuff. What do you think? What kind of crime or can I say sin can a man commit, against a woman, married woman?
Take a deep breath. It ranges. Sin from the husband towards the wife. I don't even know where to start from. Okay, so it could be as minute as not taking the trash out, as not putting down the toilet seat. It could be as minute as those, as not taking the children for their swimming lessons, or forgetting to pick them up from their football lessons. So it could be as minute as those, and it could graduate to forgetting a birthday, forgetting an anniversary. So it ranges what the sin a man could commit against his spouse, his partner, and it could go to the serious, from showing a lack of respect, pulling her down, not listening to our opinion when it comes to matters that are quite important. It could be, and then the most popular one, cheating. If a man cheats, a woman sees that as the utmost betrayal. Not planning their, not being truthful or honest about their finances, or generally being dishonest. So I would classify those as those are the classes of sins, and they are how big they become, from not taking out the trash to the extreme of, cheating and yeah.
Okay, all right. Oh yeah, thank you very much for that, because you've been able to break it down to us like bit by bit, from the the smallest all the way to the we can call it the biggest and stuff. Let's pick one of the small ones, like forgetting your birthday. Forgetting an anniversary. And then let me act as your husband right now. And then your birthday is May 22nd. And then May 24th, I just woke up for no reason. And I shouted, "Yay! I've forgotten about your birthday. please forgive me, Yinka. It will never happen again. This is your card. This is your gift and all that. You know, at that moment, how do you take that? You know, are you going to actually take it as a genuine, you know, mistake, or you're going to take it to be a kind of an intentional thing?
If that's the first time it's ever happened, I would take it as a mistake. I would think there is something wrong, or there was something wrong, probably stress or whatever, what could have happened. But if it is not the first time, I would not take it lightly, and I would let my displeasure show. I would really let my displeasure show. You forgetting my birthday. If it was the first time, I'll probably, and then you come with a gift. Okay, okay, all right. I can forgive that. We can laugh over that, turn it into a joke, and yeah. But if it happens again and it becomes consistent, then there is a problem somewhere, and then it becomes something that it's no longer a joke, and we really need to really talk about it and sit down and find a way for him never to forget my birthday again.
What's the big deal about birthday?
um in relationships, in
Yeah.
marriage, the little birthdays, anniversaries of a woman, from a woman's perspective, these things means a lot to a woman. Not personally, me, not necessarily the gift. I'm not particular about the gift. You remembering, you celebrating me in whatever little way that you can do it. You could get me probably just a card. I don't mind, but at least you remembered, and you're telling me that I matter in your world, no matter how busy you are, that there is somebody that matters to you, and you showing me that regard on my birthday, celebrating me, that shows that, yeah, that this, you're my husband, and you show me regard,
How
love,
about
and
if I
respect.
celebrate you any other day apart from your birthday, and I just don't remember your birthday, but I celebrate you on Friday night, I celebrate you on Sunday mornings, I celebrate you whenever. Does it have to be on birthdays? Does it have to be on the same day of wedding anniversary? You know, what's the big deal about it?
Because those days are important. It's my birthday. That was the day I was born. So to me, you just have to.
But you're born, you're born. You are grown already. Why do you have to remember birthdays? You see, that's
It,
my question right there. You guys always put a kind of blames on, you know, you blame men. You make us to look like criminals. That because, well, you forgot my birthday. I don't even remember my own birthdays. I don't even remember the wedding anniversary. I don't really care. Anybody say happy anniversary or whatever. I don't care.
when you are dating us, you do
Yeah.
remember all these things. When
And
you're
that
dating
was in
your
the
birthday.
beginning. That was in the beginning. You know, right
Yeah,
now we
you
talk about
remember my
bills.
birthday when you're dating me.
Yeah.
So you must remember it when you're married to me. It's
But I'm not
there.
going anywhere. I'm still with you. I'm going to be with you forever. I got nowhere to go.
It doesn't matter. It's my birthday, and you've got to find a way. Program it in your phone. These phones we carry around now, they remind you of everything. You program it in your phone. You program it wherever. You tell your secretary at work, your PA, to remind you it's my birthday, and you've got to celebrate it. You've got to remember. You've got to find a way to remember it's my birthday. It's important. It's the day I was born, and I doubt there is any woman there that wouldn't love being appreciated on her birthday, irrespective of any other days which you've celebrated them, on Valentine's Day, on Christmas Day, whatever day it was. But on their birthday, you've got to remember. You've just got to do that celebration. If it's just a little cupcake, like the Caucasians do, with a little candle on it, and yeah, and that little card.
But I'm really
Happy
sorry, I'm
birthday.
not a Caucasian man. I'm a black African man. We don't remember birthdays, we don't remember. Now, let's say now I've committed the crime. Okay, I forgot your birthday. Then I actually come by like the second day or third day on my, I've been doing it constantly. And I'm on my knee. And I say, honey, you know what? Forgive me. Birthday to you is important to me. It's not. I was thinking about my bills and all kinds of stuff, trying to pay the bills in the house and stuff. So if I kneel down and I say, I'm sorry, how long will it take you as a woman to forgive me?
And you've been doing this before.
Yeah, I do
This
it
is
all
not
the
your
time.
first time.
It's my usual practice. I forget your birthday.
Okay. Then then it's your apology is meaningless to me. Yes, it becomes meaningless because you've consistently and persistently done it.
Yeah.
So it becomes meaningless to me personally. And what happens is gradually, after a while, I stop any expectations from you towards that end. And that's where resentment starts building.
So you can't forgive my nature. You can't forgive me because it's my nature. I'm a man. I'm an African guy. I don't remember dates. Dates are not my thing. Can't you just see my nature and say, okay, this is how Africans behave. So let's forgive them for that. Do you have to chew me up because I forget your birthday?
Yes, I have to, because you as an African man, I believe you work. You go to work. You have some important dates at work that you don't ever forget. You don't miss. And if you can find it in you not to forget those dates and not to forget those meetings, those general meetings, those meetings you have with the big wigs, those times with you plan, then my birthday should be at the very top of those lists of important dates that you have. So there's nothing called an African man. You are a man, and as such, you have to find a way.
Well, I didn't say my dad didn't celebrate my mom's birthday. All right, I grew up in a home where, I'm just saying, regularly as a man, you understand, African man. My dad didn't come home with a rose flower, and I didn't see rose flower growing up. Nothing like rose flower, nothing like big red heart coming into my house or whatever. On my mom's birthday, I don't even know. They don't do nothing. So, growing up like that, I believe that birthdays are no big deal. All right? To me, I'm actually living my life as an African man.
Okay.
And now I've forgotten your birthday, and I've come to apologize. I'm sorry. If it's a big deal to you, I'm really sorry about it. But I found
does your wife forget your birthday?
Well, women love to remember stuff. They remember the first day you slapped them. They remember the first day you kicked them. They have anniversary for all that stuff. But for women, we are different. We don't do dates. All right? We don't remember dates. The only date I remember is the date I collected money from one big guy. I remember the date I collected my salary. I know all that stuff. But when it comes to birthdays and anniversaries and stuff, it's not my kind of things. You know what I'm saying? So now I know I'm at fault, and I've come in to apologize. But I apologized on Friday. Today is Thursday. You are still doing crown. All right? What happened between Friday and Saturday? Is it not possible for you to have actually put it in the microwave and say, okay, this is a kind of a thing, let's put it in the microwave, let me forgive this guy. And on Monday, you're already giving me sex. On Tuesday, you're jumping all over me. But this is Thursday, you're still doing crown. What's that? What's up?
You are the one that's offended me. So you have to wait until I am done, until I'm ready to move on from from the hurt that you have caused. You've hurt me. And however long it takes me to get over the hurt, you just have to wait. You don't dictate how long I can get angry for. You are not in the position to tell me that, oh, get over it. No, I'm not gonna get over it. I'm gonna keep it until I'm ready to get over it. You don't dictate to me when I should forgive you. You've offended me, so you have to be remorseful. You have to show it in every way. Not just in every way, you have to show me that you're remorseful, and you've got to show me that you really mean it this time, and it's not going to happen again. And if I'm not pacified, if emotionally, psychologically, I'm not in the place to forgive you yet, you cannot dictate to me how long it's going to take for me to forgive you. You just have to keep. If I mean something to you, if you love me, then you will let me work it out. You'll be patient with me. And that is when I can, okay, this man is remorseful. He's really showing that he's sorry for what he has done. And then I'll take my own time. Then, okay, I'll forgive this man. And and things go back to normal.
What is the difference between when I was dating you and now that I'm married to you? Because when I was dating you, when I miss your birthday, I say, hey, babe, I miss your birthday. I'm sorry I was working. You say, oh, don't worry. It's all right. And then we'll finish and we'll get going. Now I'm married to you right now. Then you're putting your feet down and say, because I forgot your birthday, it's going to be war. What's the difference between the time we're dating and the time now that we're married?
when we were dating,
Yes.
it should actually be when we put these rules down, when we put our feet down.
But you guys don't do that. You guys don't put your feet down during dating time.
My birthday. You don't allow the person. The Yorubas will say that the eyes that will last you a lifetime. From the beginning of those eyes doesn't start bringing out pores or water. So right from the beginning, we nip all these habits. We know these habits and we start tackling them. So if I'm dating you and at the dating stage, you're already forgetting my birthday, it does not speak well about you anyway as a man. To me, it doesn't speak well about you, because that is when you should really be into me. You shouldn't be forgetting my birthday when we are dating, because when we are married, men tend to settle. Men tend to be like, okay, I've got her now. I've got the prize I was after, so I can relax. But when you're dating, when we're still dating, it's even worse for you to forget your girlfriend's birthday than your wife's, the way I say it. Because when you're dating, you're still winning me. You're still trying to win me until you put that ring on my finger. No, no, no. You can't. You have no room to mess about with me, to hurt my feelings. So now that we are married, if I didn't allow you to do that while we are dating, why would you think it's okay for you to do that while we are married?
All right. That's fine. That's fine. I see a whole lot of army following you on the chat box. They are supporting your stuff and stuff. You know, that's all right. That's all right. I'm actually for the men today. I'm actually for the men today. All right, let's talk about taking out the trash. Taking out the trash is not my responsibility as a man to take out the trash. Okay? I believe the trash is there. It's the responsibility of everybody in the house to take out the trash, including the children too. So you wake up in the morning and then you say, honey, why didn't you take out the trash? And I'm kind of like, well, I forgot. Why can't somebody else take out the trash? Must it be only me to take out the trash? And then the next thing I come to see is that at night I'm trying to touch you, and then you're doing, leave me alone. I'm still angry for money. Why should you be angry from the money? Because of the trash that is not actually my responsibility. It's the responsibility of everybody, including yourself and your children. So why do you have to put it on me? All right? How long am I going to be in my house and be suffering instead of you just forgiving me instantly and say, okay, well, it's not just your responsibility, it's everybody's responsibility.
Regarding the trash, when if the way I say it, when you have small children in the house, yes, and they are not grown up yet, they are little kids, and it's you, your husband, and these two little kids. A man taking out the trash is a list of work that could be done in that house. And so there would already be an agreement in place that you generally men take out the trash at night because it's safer for them to do so. You don't want your missus carrying this big bag of trash and going to the back of the house or wherever you keep your trash and putting it out. So it's generally the man's duty.
Network. What is wrong with network? Network is freezing. No. Network, you can't freeze. Okay, all right, we're back.
So the issue of the trash is not a big deal to me personally. If he doesn't take out the trash, I'll take out the trash. And the day I get angry that you don't take out the trash, I'll take it out, tie it up, and leave it in the middle on the entrance of the house when you're coming in. You see it there.
Okay. So
yeah.
So in essence, what you're saying,
pleasure.
Okay, in essence, what you're saying is the trash is not a big deal. You won't personally react on trash.
I won't. But if the day I get angry about it, I will do something about it. I will do it in such a way that I won't even fight with you. I'll just tie the trash up and put it by the entrance of the door. So as you're getting out of your car, or I put it where you're going to park your car. So when you see that you have to get out of the car to pick it up and put it in the big, you would, by the time I do that twice or 3 times, that's...
All right, let's go to the big scene. Let's go to the big ones, okay? Because the big ones, that's where we're going to dwell and then look at it. Because I see a whole lot of women, they use sex as a weapon of punishment for men, against men. Yeah, they do. And they do this, and then they always want to justify it and say, okay, because you have committed a crime. And I've not forgiven you yet. How long will you take you to forgive me? You see, sex is something that is actually very good for the soul. It's good for the body, all right? Women can hold themselves for 10 years and not have sex Men, we can't hold ourselves for 1 week. It's like you're killing us. At the end of the day, we go and cheat outside and look for a fine girl in church and start evangelizing her. Then you guys will now start getting mad. Now, why are you evangelizing a sister in church? Is she not a sister in church I'm evangelizing? Are you not the one that is actually, giving the devil punishment? You are punishing the devil at home, and then I'm going to church to go and evangelize the sister there. All right, now you are complaining again. So now I've committed a crime. Maybe I mistakenly slept with somebody. It wasn't my idea to sleep with that sister. The sister is just extraordinarily, super spiritually fine. She's just spiritually fine. And I could not disconnect. So I decided to take my eyes off. So what I now did was to do one shot. And I did one shot and I got caught. Then I came into the bedroom like Pastor Sola would say, go and prostrate. And I went there and I prostrated right in front of you and I said, my dear, I'm actually so sorry. Don't be annoyed. It will never happen again. But at the end of the day, 3 months gone, 4 months gone, 6 months down the road, kilo day. Can't you put my forgiveness in the microwave?
No.
Can't you just microwave my forgiveness and let it be gone like the second day? And just at the end of the day, let everything be normal. Kilo shele, what happened?
Sexual sin, when you sin against your partner by cheating, you've broken the vows that you made with her to keep your body only for her and hers only for you. And that you have sinned against you've committed a sin that it's in every woman's book is a cardinal sin. And I'm sorry, there's no limit to the time of atonement for that. Yes, with a woman, there's no limit to the time of atonement, because I don't know about other women, but I would say anytime you make the effort that, okay, you want to touch me, and I remember that you've used that same hand, you've kissed another woman with that same lips, you've slept on top of another woman, and you're not...
I will take a shower now. I will take a shower. I will wash my mouth. I will brush my teeth. I will do everything and wash everything off now.
Every time I imagine that happening, there is no sexual desire that will be towards my husband or towards such a man. No, the woman will not just feel it. She won't, because there's a whole lot of issues that are under that needs to be dealt with first. And if those issues are not tackled, there's no genuine forgiveness. Forgiveness is a deliberate, a conscious effort for someone who has been hurt to a deliberate decision to make up your mind that, okay, you know what, I'm going to let go of this. So for that to happen, it is more than just prostrating before her and telling her that you're sorry. It's a whole the foundation. You've rocked our world, and you need to go back to the atonement, making atonement.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Is it for real? Let me just ask you this question. What's the big deal about me sleeping with somebody else? What is always the big deal about it? All right, are they going to cut my penis and take it away? Should be still my own. I will still bring it home to you.
Okay, I'll ask you. What's the big deal if it was the other way around?
Oh, no. It can't happen like that.
If she comes back and
no. Don't
worry me. Alejo, nobody. Don't worry along. Forgive me. I just made a mistake. That boy, that man,
what's he not
like this? He said I was beautiful. He said I was lovely.
No, you can't fall. If you fall, better stay there. Don't come back home. But with women, we are a polygamist by nature. That's how God created us. So women are supposed to understand that you don't mess with us. You know what I'm saying? You don't mess with us. You see, you can't be, and then you are now expecting me to be at peace with you. All right? But for a man, it's actually something understandable, right? Is it understandable?
No.
Why not?
It's the same rules that bind the woman that binds the man. You cannot. When you said, when you stood in front of the pastor, the registrar, and you said, with my body, I do honor.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. And she said the same too, with my body, I do honor. So, you will not, that same body that you honor her with, you cannot carry it to somebody else. You cannot just carry that body to somebody else and then come back and
the sister seduced me. She seduced me. She was wearing miniskirt when I saw her.
Why didn't you buy the miniskirt for me to wear?
I bought it for you. You said Holy Ghost fire. I can't wear miniskirt though. This and that though. I want to go to heaven. But the sister outside wore miniskirt and I looked at it, and at the end of the day I fell. When after falling, I came back home to tell you after I got caught. Actually, I didn't mean I didn't get caught, I won't tell you. But I got caught and I opened up to tell you I prostrated and said, the ordinary meal is I was expecting you to forgive me the second day.
No, I cannot forgive you for the second day for that. No. There's a lot.
What's the process? What's the process for women? How long will it take for women to forgive totally, if it's possible, and then forget totally, and then let the relationship become normal again? All right, that you won't suspect me when I go out, that you won't be checking my phone, that you won't be calling me like every 30 minutes and say, what are you doing? When I get back home, you won't be trying to smell my shirt and check my pocket and all kinds of stuff. How long does it take to actually forgive a man who is a sinner?
For the sin of cheating, there's no time limit to it. There isn't. I think it has a lot to do on the remorse shown by the man.
Mm-hmm.
If your wife is still very much interested in the marriage, mm-hmm. the process of forgiveness, it depends how long it takes or how short it takes, depends on the actions of the man, his immediate actions. What is that? Is he remorseful, or is he still trying to give excuses and explanations? Oh, she was wearing mini skirt, she was this, I told you to do this, I told you I don't like the way you do your hair. Those are still excuses. That's not a man that is that is not a man that is remorseful, that is sorry for what he has done. That is a man looking for somebody to blame, to shift the blame to the wife, to make the wife to doubt herself. You're making your wife to think, oh, if I had done this, probably he wouldn't have done so. And that is where most women too are missing it, because when their men start talking like that, oh, I told her to dress this way, I told her not to wear this, I told her to come back home at this time, I told her not to work.
Network, receive brain. Network, receive brain. I'm listening.
Those are excuses. And a man that gives excuses like that is not ready for the wife's forgiveness. He's just looking for a way.
But don't you think if the guy is actually explaining something like that, like, okay, well, my wife doesn't wear mini skirt at home, and I've actually tried to encourage her to do it, and she refused to do it. My wife is always liking to subalaja, always to sibe, and she'll be like a log of wood. She's not actually like, bubbly like my, the girl outside and stuff. So I got carried away. And so is that not truth? Is that not you speaking the truth? Like, okay, this is the reason why I did what I did. I understand. He doesn't have a reason to go outside. But when he's not getting it inside, he decided to step outside to enjoy himself, and then he got caught. Understand? But now he has apologized and said, okay, forgive me. Don't you think the woman has got something to change too in her life? As in, like, to upgrade herself to fit what the guy is actually expecting to have?
Yeah, the woman too. Yeah, there's a place for change in the woman. But what I'm trying to say is, at the initial stage of asking for forgiveness, it is not about the woman. It's about you.
Okay.
And you shouldn't be stressing on what you have asked her to do and she has not done. Because for the mere fact that you're begging her, it tells me that a part of you still love her and you still want the marriage. Because some men will do that, and then they'll tell the woman, do whatever you like, I don't care. But if you're still begging her, you're still giving excuses, you're still trying to explain what you have done, there's a part of you that wants the marriage to work. And if that is still the case, that is not the place and the time to start telling her, oh, but I told you to wear makeup. I told you not to wear makeup. I told you to do your hair. This is the time to ask for genuine forgiveness. This is the time to try and win your wife back. Win her back first. Let her heart thaw towards you. And when that process is happening, and you can see that she's now, probably before when you touch her, she can't even bear to be in the same room with you. Then after a while, she's sitting in the same sitting room with you. You're watching the same TV, and then that process starts. Then when that starts, then when that healing process it begins, then you can start gradually introducing her to the things. And then women too, that most times that you see that because always when the man cheats, the woman feels guilty. We might not say this. The woman feels, because part of you cheating it has a psychological effect on the woman, because you're telling her she's not woman enough for you. And part of her soul searching is, what has the other woman got outside I have not got? What is she giving? So that's part of the process for the woman too. And any right thinking woman that is still in love with her husband, and the husband is making amends and is trying to woo her back and is doing everything in his power, and she herself still loves him and wants him back, will now start making those changes. It might not be instant, but it will be gradual, because you don't want a reoccurrence of it happening. And it's always good after such an episode. It's always good for counseling, for both to go to counseling.
Well, somebody saying something here. He said, I will forgive for the first time. But remember, the trust is broken, and my emotion was maybe affected for a very long time. That can affect our daily living. So men, even if some women will forgive, don't expect the marriage to be the same.
Yes.
Be the same. It will take a lot of effort to restore the marriage.
Yes, the trust that has been broken is going to take it. That's why I said there is no time. There is no time limit. You can't put a time on when the woman will come back. If you still want her, you need to put in the effort. You need to show her that you're.
But Yinka, let me take you through this side. This side that you girls, or you ladies, sorry, you might not be looking at. Now, when you decide to punish a man for his crime by not giving him sex, like I said, we love sex. Men, we love sex. That's something you cannot take away from us. All right? If you take it away from us, let me tell you, everything, World War, Third World War will happen in our home. All right? You know that's our weakness. All right? So even during your time of healing, at least still be Emma worship one maybe once every 2 days. You know what I'm saying? Once every 2 days.
You'll be lucky if you get it once every week.
Once every 2 days will be good. And that would not make us to go and look outside, to go and be doing what we're not supposed to do. And you know, a lot of times when you suffer us like that, you just find out that we stay too long inside bathroom. We'll not come out on time. And you don't know what we're doing. You wouldn't expect it. What we're doing, you have to put a camera in the bathroom to know what we're doing there and stuff like that. You just find out that, why are you taking time to come out of the bathroom? Say, don't worry, I'm taking care of business. So at the end of the day, we are not committing a sin by masturbating. At the same time, when we die like that, we go to hell. You know what I'm saying? So I believe that, I'm just asking. I don't know how easy it's going to be. But for women, you are trying to put us straight. You're trying to punish us. We have been a bad boy. We've done something terrible. But at least when you are actually doing the punishment, tamper justice with mercy. Once every 2 days. Allow us to do our thing.
The problem with that is, once a man gets back to doing his thing, he thinks everything is all rosy. He's okay in his world. As far as he's concerned, the wife, there is forgiveness. The wife is forgiving him, and they tend to even think that the man. Some people will even think the man is, oh, don't worry, she's forgiving me, and then it's all rosy in their world because they are getting sex from their wives. But with the woman, she's not happy. There's a whole bottle of resentment and bitterness that is there. I'm not saying that a woman, if once you know your husband is genuinely trying to repent and is genuinely remorseful, uh you must show him that you are listening and you do appreciate the gesture too. But it's the woman that will decide when it's time to go back to reintroduce intimacy back into the relationship, to bring sex back on the table. It's the woman that will decide that. So all I can say is that a partner that's cheated, you
So
need to be patient with your wife.
So don't you think you are sending the man back to the world, as in like you're sending him back to where he's coming from, if you are actually depriving him of sexual relationship, punishing him for the crime that he has committed? Something made him, something pushed him out in the first place. Let's say he's Ojuko Koro. Let's say he's greed, right? That pushed him out in the first place. But right now he has come back home to beg and apologize and say, okay, I'm really sorry. I'm not going to do it again. Forgive me. But now you women are still on the issue like, okay, I'm going to prove a point to you guys. To you, that you have offended me, you have broken my heart, so there's not going to be touching. I'm going to be wearing jeans to bed, jeans with belts, all right? You belt up and then you go to bed and with a kind of a strong highs that the man cannot touch you or whatsoever. So the guy is there. Oh, I don't just open in the bathroom. Oh, just open. And I don't know, at the end of the day, he may actually think about it and say, okay, let me go outside and go and find somebody else to be with. Even though they are 100% genuinely, repented, that they are actually so sorry for that crime. Is it possible for women to microwave the forgiveness and just make it to be very fast? All right.
If that woman is genuinely invested in that marriage or in that relationship, there is no microwave forgiveness for that kind of trespass, for that kind of sin. There is no microwave about it. There isn't any woman that would, after a month of her husband cheating and then decide to, I don't know, we are different anyway. I can only speak from my own perspective, and experience. It's something fundamental has been broken. To me, it's something very fundamental in that relationship, in that marriage, has been broken. And putting a time, I'm not saying, okay, that the woman should bear a grudge too for a year, for 2 years, for 5 years. What I'm saying is the due process of the woman, of the due process of the woman forgiving you, she must go through it, and you must be patient with her. You must just be patient with that. Some women find it, some, and depending on personality too, some people are able to brush off things. But when it comes to an issue of cheating, I doubt there is that woman there that will just microwave the forgiveness for the husband. With that, most women that will do that, they already have plans for such men. They already have a part of them. Probably they are going to be removing a part of their emotions from him. They are going to, the marriage would, like one of the post that you read, the marriage will never be the same again. And if the man is ready ready for that, to live with, and that's why some men, they tell you after they've cheated that, oh, my marriage never remained the same again. That this is not the woman I married, because they know that something fundamental is missing, is gone away. And if you want that thing back,
so will you recommend divorce? At that point in time, because see, I understand what you're saying now. So much believe in what you're saying. For the benefit of anybody that would like to ask questions, or you want to come on the show with us, the link has been posted right there. You see it at the bottom. You can click that link at the bottom of the chat box. It's going to bring you to us, and you can ask your question, or probably you can enter into this particular discussion too, if you would like to. Now, will you recommend divorce in this kind of a case? This guy, he has cheated. All right, he has cheated. He has begged for forgiveness. He's so sorry for doing what he has done. Nobody's above mistake. You know what I'm saying? But that's not on the side of women. Women must not make mistake. You can't go and sleep with somebody and come back to the house and tell your husband, that one you gotta go. You're gone. That counseling is not needed.
no.
For real, counseling is not needed in that level. In that level, just pack your load and move. Understand? But when it comes to men, we cheating and stuff. We have done something crazy, and we've come home. We have begged and all kinds of stuff. The kind of nature we have, we don't believe in you being angry for too long. We believe that you should forgive instantly. Let's pick this call. Let's pick this call. Hello. She's gone. All right. We believe that you should put our forgiveness inside the microwave, and make it fast or faster, so that it's not going to take 1 year. It's not going to take 5 months. It's not going to even take 2 weeks. It's not going to even take 2 days. That, okay, this guy has begged for forgiveness. We have prostrated. We have promised you it will never happen again. You have called the pastor on us. You have called the relatives on us. You have called friends on us. And we've been able to take the heat. All right? And now we are not saying, okay, I love you. I'm not going anywhere. I don't know. It's a very difficult thing for you women to do. But will you then recommend divorce? Because women cannot wait that long. The time you're talking about is kind of like really too long for us men to wait. The moment we are waiting for 1 year, 1 year is actually too long for us to wait. You're going to see us back on the street. So what do you recommend?
Everybody has a breaking point. We all have read our hard lines, where our boundaries, where this is my breaking point. Some women, it is characteristic of us Black women, African, Nigerian women, that it is known that we have the capacity to forgive a cheating man over and over and over again. But I would say that things are changing, and you actually see some women that they will tell you, once a man is cheated and they've confirmed and it's known that it's cheated and all that, that's it. They cannot find themselves going back. If there are women that falls into that category, that, okay, I don't see myself any longer in this marriage. I don't see myself, I cannot forgive this man. I've tried it, but it's just not working. And I think the best way is to go our separate ways. Now, for those women, I'm not in a position to judge anyone. Like I said, everyone has got their breaking point. And there are some women that, fine. But if it is your husband and is not giving you an ultimatum saying, okay, I've begged you now, and I cannot continue, I think that you're not going to forgive me and I want to move on. Sometimes when the man takes that line, it kind of put things in perspective for the women. That is, if it's a woman, if the woman is has forgiven him, but is just finding it difficult to just move past it. And that is why the place of counseling is very important, because when they both go for counseling, it helps the process of forgiveness. It helps the process. And I know we say don't bring in a third party into your relationship and all that. So if one of the party thinks, oh, I've had enough and I cannot go past this, and they think divorce is the answer for that, then they can go for it if that is what they want to. But there are so many out there that wouldn't see, so many women out there that don't see this as a hard limit for them. It is when it becomes a consistent and, the man does it over and over again, then it becomes a problem. But for some women, cheating is not funny enough, I read a post this week that for the Nigerian woman, when her husband is rich, cheating is not a hard line. It is when the husband is poor that cheating becomes a hard line. So I read that and I laughed, and I'm like, yeah, it's actually true. You see some women, when they're like, okay, he's rich, yeah. But
yeah, you can cheat if you want, because the money's there. I'm still driving
the money
the
is there.
Lexus.
I'm gonna
driving
get
the
some
Benz. Yeah.
Yes, they have the Benz. I helped build this wealth. I'm not going nowhere. There are some women that in that category, and they're like, that's what they'll stand by. But like I said, marriage is based on trust, love and trust. Some people, once there's cheating, they see that they cannot get that, they cannot trust that person again. They cannot stop checking his phone. They won't stop calling his work. They won't stop timing him. Okay, you work in Ikoyi, we live at Ikeja. From Ikoyi to Ikeja, within if you leave work at 9 p.m., you should be home by 9:30. Yes. And then you tell them, oh, I went to go and see my friend. They start thinking, which friend? Oh, okay. So they start checking the phone. When this text, who is this, who is that? So if it comes to that, I would say, if a woman feels that she has to do that to be able able to, then that's no marriage. That's no marriage, and something needs to be done. And when you can't trust the word of your partner, when that your husband, when they're telling you this, because of past indiscretions, this is based on past indiscretions, then something needs to be done. It needs to be done.
Well, let's leave the cheating part of it alone. I see a lot of Nigerian women, they microwave forgiveness for a man that is abusive. An abusive man gets forgiven instantly. Now, what am I talking about? I've seen a lot of men that have been beat up, slapped, kicked, punched on the face and stuff. And then they turn around and say, I love him. He's the love of my life. Is this. So what's the difference between cheating and being abusive?
Cheating,
because just to help you a little bit more, I understand that cheating is abuse also. If when you cheat, you're actually
abuse of trust.
Yeah, of trust. All right. But when we talk about other forms of abuse, like physical abuse and other ones that are not connected with sexual relationship, you'll find out that the man will beat the woman now. She will go to the hospital and lie. The police will come in and she will lie for him. She will put the forgiveness in microwave. And then she will say, the méjì má ṣe rẹ̀ mọ́, ṣó mọ̀ pé mo love well. Mi ò fẹ́ kó máa nà mí o, ṣó mọ̀ pé mo yá máa bọ̀ wá sùn sórí mi bí pẹ̀lẹ́. Ṣé kí sọ́njẹ́ fún ẹ pẹ̀lẹ́? The man just finished beating her, but she will cover up for the man. So what is the difference between that and cheating?
I think when it comes to both of them, they're both, like you said, they're both abused. The capacity for a woman to forgive a man that beats her or that abuses her physically, it's majority of it is found in the background that we come from. We probably our fathers are beating our mothers, our uncles are beating their wives. We lived with these people, and part of our psyche is to accept these things. We've accepted these things as part of married life. And when we see it happening, and then because believe me, Pastor Shola, today being divorced is still a stigma against the woman. When a woman is divorced, she is seen as a failure, that she has failed, that is you are not a strong woman. You should have stayed. You should have when you're in a marriage, you have to, whatever is doled out to you, you have to take it. So what most times abuse, even cheating, some of us, some grew up in a home whereby their father was cheating on their mother. And they even they know the aunties. Their father will even send them to go and give something to the auntie. They're the one that their father will give something to go and give to the auntie. So they've already grown up in this background and they've accepted it, either consciously or unconsciously. It's now part of us. And so when you face this kind of things in your own home, you are like, how will I tell my parent? What will my parent think? What will my family think? What will the church think? I will just have to. And then people will be like, oh, do you know what so-and-so person is facing in their own marriage? So you just have to bear it. You just have to accept it. And that's why you see women being acceptance of abuse. Some will tell you, oh, he only slapped you. It's just a slap. And you talk to him, what did you, and the classic question when you tell somebody that your husband beats you or slapped you or whatever, the classic question is, what did you do? What did you do? What did you do? You talk too much. You don't, when a man is coming back from work, you don't confront him. Did you have his food ready? Did you put water in the bathroom for him? Did you get his slippers ready? Where was his newspaper? All these things, were they there? You need to go and change. You don't, when your husband is angry, you need to keep quiet. You don't share your opinion and all that. So the fault is always, what did you do? The question is, what did you do? So, and when you see this all the time, when you see this in the society, even in the home videos and in Hollywood we watch, and we see all these things, it's part and parcel of us, and we kind of accept it as normal. It is normal. It was just a slap. It just pushed you. It's normal. It will once he comes and he begs and he asks for forgiveness, you forgive him, and that's it. But these are not acceptable. Abuse in any form or shape is not acceptable, and the issues concerning it must be visited. If your husband abuses you, it's not going to stop. If you accept it, it won't stop. If your boyfriend beats you when he marries you, it's not going to stop. It will continue. So when you see any sign of abuse, you need to tackle it there and then. If it means that you need to be separated, you need space from that person, please, you need to.
Well, all right. We really want to appreciate you for all of these points that you've been able to give us today. Now, let's look at this. Let's come to church. Let's come inside of church. There are so many pastors' wives that they have to, either they like it or not, they have to microwave the forgiveness. Because the husband is actually the lead guy in church. It's actually the major guy everybody's looking at. Everybody's looking at the face of the wife. The wife must always be happy every time. You know, even though the woman is not happy, she must have to carry a kind of a smiling face and stuff like that. So people have advised pastors' wife to always forgive. Forgive. And you'll find out that a lot of pastors will fall into sexual immorality because they work with women. And the women will come in, bring food. Some of them will bring money. Women bring money to you. They want to have your telephone number on the spill down. And they want to be able to boast about it, that I know Pastor Jola very well. I can call him right now and stuff like that. So they give you money to actually get into that position. And at that point in time, they want to disrespect your wife, just to prove to your wife that, hey, I know your husband. He will pick up my call when I call him. So you don't have to be in the office when I'm there. You get out of the hospital. So they always want to do all of this kind of stuff. And the woman will continue to be smiling and be happy because of the ministry that God has called the husband to. Now, my question is this. You are not a pastor's wife, but you're a Christian. And every Sunday you go to church, look at your pastor's wife in the face. And she's always smiling. And you as a person, do you ever in your life actually let it cross your mind that this woman may be having problems, but she's always laughing and smiling? Have you ever in your life thought about it, that I wish my life is just like this?
No. No. I have been fortunate that I grew up in church.
Okay.
I grew up in church, and I've been close to some pastors' wives, and I know exactly what some of them have gone through and what they are still going through when it comes to issue of church. Pastors' wives, although sometimes we do give them bad names because some of them too, they don't respect themselves.
Mommy pastors.
But most of them, majority of them, they go through a lot of challenges. They in the home front, and then we expect them to be perfect. They have to be perfect. That is why, as a woman, irrespective of being a pastor's wife or not, you need a support. You need a support outside of your marriage, outside of your husband. You need a support of like-minded people of the same spiritual inclination as you, and people that are there that when you're having issues that you can go to, because it could be a lonely place being a pastor's wife. It is a lonely place because you have to wear this perfect facade in church. You have to be all glowing, all smiley, even when you feel like.
Let's pick this call. Hello, Moshood. Moshood, are you there? Your line is mute. Is Moshood there?
I'm trying to.
Okay, hello. How are you doing today? Your telephone is your line is mute. Unmute your line.
Yeah.
Hello?
Yeah, you are really discussing something great. I pray God continue strengthen you and give you courage to continue in Jesus' name.
Amen.
A lot of people are really suffering. You are really touching untouchable areas. And I pray that the people that are listening to you will be able to adjust and take this precaution and be able to apply it to their lives. I mean, you are saving a lot of families. And I pray that God will continue to help you to continue in this track in Jesus' name.
Amen.
Yeah, I just want to encourage you to continue what you're doing.
All right, all right. Thank you very much, my brother. God bless you, sir.
Yes, sir.
All right, bye.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. All right. Thank God for Brother Moshood. You know, that's part of those people that are actually trying to connect and make a change in their homes and be able to live a very peaceful, befitting life, beautiful life with their wives. I have a lot of them between 23 and 38 years of age. They're trying to actually mend their homes and be able to be the best husbands in the home. It's just a pity those ones that are above 40 àwọn yẹn ti já wèrè àwọn yẹn wọ́n ti já wèrè sọnù they don't care about nobody they just care about themselves. My prayer for them is to be able to change and see the importance of marriage and peace in homes also. Well, we're still expecting calls to come in. If we don't get calls to come in, Sister Yinka, what kind of advice will you give to women? Because I believe that marriage is full of sacrifice. Sacrifice is very important in marriage. Somebody can commit a crime against you. I understand how painful it is, but are we supposed to now act based on the pain? The Yoruba people will say, tí èèyàn bá ro dúdùn fọ̀n, ó máa họra dé egun. Tó bá ro bí ejò ṣe gùn tó, ó máa dá iná sun ilé. And these are the things that we look into. Many women, they believe that, okay, wow, because it's a sexual sin, I can't forgive, the guy's got to go. The guy's got to go. Personally, I always look at things as like, and there cannot be smoke without fire also. The way it is on the side of the woman, that's the same way it is on the side of the man. Oh man, somebody's here. Let's pick this call. Sister Kende, how are you doing today?
Hi, good evening.
You have a question for my guest?
Not really, actually. I have a bit of contribution.
Okay, go ahead.
I think it's a cultural thing. And I'm sorry, I think our mothers and our fathers, it's been ongoing, like the guest said. It's been ongoing that men were being treated in a preferred way than women. And we've been brought up to believe that we are the one that has to make the marriage work. And the woman has been suppressed for a long time. I'm telling you, because when I look at the kind of men I see around me, thank God my brothers are quite good. They're good to their wives. They're really, really good to their wives. But when I see other marriages, especially Christian marriages, I found that there's a lot of deceit. There's a lot of women had just been suppressed. When you talk, they tell you that, oh, you're too bold. Oh, how can you say that? Oh, you're not meant to talk. You're not meant to say this. I had that problem. Let me give you my own life experience. I didn't get married early. Got married at 37. And most of my uncles were like saying, oh, it's because she's too outspoken. She won't get a husband. Oh, she's doing this. She's too this. She's too that. Because I'm the kind of person that I say my mind. I say as it is. You know, and the society try to suppress you. They make you feel that you are meant to be seen, not to be heard as a woman. And my mom wasn't like that, actually. My mom was, when my mom got married to my dad, she was the only person in that family, my father's family, that was working as a woman. All other women were like, oh, they were housewives. They were being kept quiet. They don't say anything. But my mom is a very, very strong woman. She says as it is. And she was even the backbone of the business when because she and my father had a joint business. She was the backbone of the business. So I learned that from my mother. And before she even died, my mom told me something. My mom said, don't have a joint business with any man. Have your own business for your own peace of mind, you know, because the kind of culture, the kind of background we have is that women are not meant to be heard. They are meant to be seen. They are meant to slave for their wives, for their husband. This, your guest said something. In the Yoruba, they will say Iyawo. And somebody gave me the interpretation of Iyawo, and I felt like crying. They said it means Iyawawo. That means this is suffering. Come and look at it. You know, and now we're in a era where women are educated, women are bold, women can sustain a home for a long period of time. As I am, my husband lost his job for a long period of time. I was the only person working, and I sustained my home perfectly well. Nobody knew that my husband wasn't working. Nobody knew that I was the only person working in the house, except people that were close to me. You know, and you expect me as a woman that have faced that to be quiet and not say something when it's not right in my house. Of course not. Mm-hmm. You know, I've been a breadwinner for, let me say, more than 4 years before my husband started having jobs, because he works in IT. This time around, he has work. Sometimes he doesn't have work. You know, he was a contractor and all that. So I was able to sustain the home front. And you don't expect me, for me, that faced a lot of things, I had to think of how the bills are going to be paid, how things has to be run. And he expects me to make the money and give all the money to my husband. It doesn't work that way. You know, my husband knows that I'm a very strong person. I stay in my mind. In as much as I want to be submissive, because that's the word they always use. They're not being submissive. They are forgotten it's not just being submissive. The Bible says, love your wife as Jesus loves the church.
We have Air Force One. Air Force One, please just hold right there. We'll be back with you very soon. Go ahead, Sister Kenny.
Okay, it says, love your wife as Jesus loves the church. Can men actually love the wife as Jesus loves the church? Jesus died for the church. Jesus sacrificed himself. But men are not ready to do that. The first word they will quote is you have to be submissive. Submission doesn't come just like that. I always tell people, respect is not demandful, it's earned. You don't tell me, respect me, I'm a man of the house. So what? At the same time, you're a man of the house. I'm a woman of the house as well. We are here, we're in this thing together. It's not just about you, it's about us. When my husband lost his job, it was like, oh, okay, what is trying to help me? I said, you're not trying to help me. We are helping each other. You taking care of the children. They're not just my children. They are your children as well. And we're living in this house together. We're meant to maintain it together. You can't say, oh, because I'm the woman of the house, I have to do everything. No, it doesn't work that way. But the men we have today, I'm sorry, that most of the men I've seen around, they just want to be the man of the house doing nothing. When you are in Europe, I'm in London, they will tell you, oh, we're in Europe, we're supposed to share the bills. Fine, I understand we need to share the bills. But when you come to the house chorus, how to do the work together, they say, oh, I'm the African man. So the woman is supposed to be the one cooking, doing this, doing that. Well, how do we draw the line? How do we draw the line? And I'm sorry, that's why I don't go to African church. I don't. I used to, but God told me to leave because I don't like the kind of doctrine we are being fed. A lot of African church are killing women. Women are dying daily because their pastor said, don't leave. I have a sister. She is supposed to have left her husband for the past 20 years, but she kept saying, oh, a pastor told me not to leave. I said, does the pastor understand what you are going through? Does he understand this man beats you, he abuses you? But they say, oh, don't pack your hand. Don't use your hand to pack your loads out of the house. I said, come on. So until the day he kills you, that's when you will know that you're supposed to have left a long time ago. Pastors, we need to reset our mind.
Wrap it up for us so that we can.
Okay, sorry. So I like what you're doing. Please, let's educate men. Women are getting to learn that it's not supposed to be the way our mothers were doing it now. We need to continue educating ourselves about this. Let people know that we're in 21st century. Things has changed. God bless you. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Very good point, my sister. God bless you. All right, let's go to Air Force One real quick. What's up?
Yes, sir. Good evening, sir. Can you hear me?
I can hear you clean, clear.
Yeah, speaking from Houston.
Yeah, go. God bless you, man.
Yes, sir.
What's up with this your Air Force One? Are you a military guy?
Well, just trying to be unique.
So it's just a fake name. It's a fake name.
Well, though you don't want to underestimate it anyways.
You want to be scaring us.
No, you don't want to underestimate it though.
All right. We don't want to underestimate it.
Okay, so I just want to contribute to one or two things because I'm a young man, young in marriage, and it's so sad today that women are the one at the receiving end when it comes to abuse and all the issues that occur sometimes in marriage. Like the last the sister that spoke before I came in said something about things that work during the days of our fathers and mothers and things that are not working anymore. Those things are not working anymore in this present age in time. I'm a Nigerian, and where we came from, they believe that men they are prone to cheat, that they have this personality this tendency. Let me take the word personality out. The tendency of cheating, right? Which is very wrong. I strongly disagree with that. Whatever that is good for genders, for good for gender. I don't know how they say that in anymore, but the thing is, whatever that a woman can do in marriage, if a man has tendency of cheating, so why is it that when women cheat is a problem? You know what I'm saying? So it's like you are kind of supporting men that they can do this, they can do that, but women can do this. It is very sad. It's a very bad thing. We need to stop. I'm a man. I always tell people that you marry your wife today, or a woman married a man today, the next day you see a man that's probably handsome than the one you have in the house. But that is your choice. You made that choice that day. And you will see another woman as a man too. You see another woman that is beautiful. You know what I'm saying? But that's what it is. That is your choice. I made my choice to do this and do that, to be with you, you know. So I totally disagree with many things, with many opinions, with many things that our culture that is not helping us. Some of our cultures are good.
Wait a minute. How old are you?
Me? 35.
That's why you're talking like that. You see, I understand you guys.
No, sir, I'm 35.
No, you know one thing. Listen. You guys
Yes,
are
sir.
different. You guys are different. 35, you guys are different. You guys see life the way life really is. The way it is.
Yes.
You guys see it like that. You guys have already borrowed yourself brain already. Understand?
Brain.
You see, all of this stuff you're saying, don't say it in front of a 45-year-old man. One day, I'm 40 and done.
Sir. Let me talk quickly about beating women.
I have a Ebenezer online, so call up real quick.
Okay, so you said something about men abusing women, like beating them physically, physical abuse and everything like that. That is wrong. From the home I came from, I never see my dad raising his hand on my mother. And they married long time ago. I'm not talking about they married 1984.
1984.
And my dad probably past 30.
1984.
Yes, sir. No, I'm telling you that that is not early marriage. Oh. This is not, sir. This is not early marriage. Okay, so but what I'm saying is that I never seen him in that act. It's very ridiculous, and see a man, you say you love a woman, raise your hands on her, regardless of when the man was. Maybe you remind 1909 or 1702 or whatever. Regardless of that,
you see what I'm saying?
Forget it.
One of your boys said, "All over, wow, okay."
No, but of course I'll be okay. But because that is the truth, people don't want to hear. People don't want to hear that truth. Of course, I'll be fine. I know, but see, we can make this thing work.
I understand you, my brother. Don't mind me. I'm
We
only laughing
can.
because I connect with your own idea. I love your idea like a no man's business. So thank you very much for calling on the show. I love you, man.
It's nice speaking with you, sir.
Nice you. All right, let's go to Ebenezer real quick before we come to Ambassador. Ambassador is waiting online too. Ebenezer, all right, what do you have to say?
Good evening, Pastor. Good evening, Sister Yinka.
Good evening.
Good evening.
I just want to shift the direction a bit. I think a lot of women should try as much as possible to invest in their husbands.
Okay.
Pastor, if you don't mind.
What's the Rojume?
Pastor, I'm not talking about money.
Okay.
This is a book that my wife bought for me by Kingdom Man and
Tony Evans.
Yeah. I read the book and a lot of things changed in my life. There's so many things that we overlook because of our culture. Look, culture cannot be changed in a day. Most of these men that are doing the wrong things, most of them don't know. They just, because it's part of them, is the culture. But if you don't invest in them for them to understand, what's the point of you sitting watching Pastor Shola all day? Why don't you call your husband to listen to him? Invest in his life. Let him understand that some of this culture that we brought over from Africa, they're not good. We need to understand that it's part of our culture, but it needs to be changed. But if you keep saying, oh, my husband is not good, my husband is not good, he will remain who he is. Try to invest in him, buy books, let him listen to tapes, let him listen to somebody like Pastor Shola, let him change his orientation. But you just complaining, amen, and not that you're not investing in their life, they will still remain what they are. I play video game a lot. When I read this book, I called my wife and I apologized. Why? Because I have a different orientation. That look, why is it just this woman cooking, looking after the boys all the time? But sometimes you need to understand your purpose as a man. Why God created you.
Ebenezer, how old are you?
39.
Okay. You see, you guys, don't let Ambassador catch you guys. Ambassador is coming. Ambassador will beat all of you. Ambassador is the old man.
So I just think as well that women should try as much as possible. It's not all about money. Okay. Try and invest in your husband as well, in your partners. Try so that they can understand why God created them. The meaning of the day I understood the meaning of rule. Yeah. What Bible meant by rule in the Bible. So a lot of men think that rule, I have to be.
You see, when you buy books for the 45-year-old ones, they will put it in they will leave it in the shelf. They will read it.
But the wife as well need to encourage the man to try and read the book.
Let us allow Sister Yinka to react to what you've just said.
All right, okay. Go ahead,
ma. Like Pastor said, what you said is right. We women should invest in our men, but like Pastor rightly said, the generation. I'm not old. I wouldn't say I'm old. I'm in my 40s, but the way I see it is a habit. I'm breaking a lifetime of habits. It takes time. It's communication, talking, and then the willingness to listen.
That's
communication happens in two ways: talking and somebody listening. So if the listening is not happening, the communication is not going on well. That's for change to happen in anybody, there must be a willingness to embrace it. So if in the home front, in the life of a man, the life of a woman, for us to change our habits, we must start by acceptance of the need for a change. And that is where always the problem is, when the other person is still not seeing the need for change. And until that happens, nothing changes, nothing new would happen. So we can buy all the books, which I'm not in any way saying it's not good to buy books or invite our husbands or our wives for programs and all that. But there must be a willingness and a problem, and within that problem we need things to change. And when those two things don't happen, that is where a stalemate is, and that is where there are issues come up in marriages, in relationships.
All right.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. So, brother Belisa, it's because of your generation. You understand things because of your generation. I really appreciate you guys from 28 to like 39, even like 40, 41. And you guys are good. You guys are ready to make a change. And like one of the pastor's wife is saying over there, that the 45-year-old ones were 35 in their days. But they had no opportunity to learn what we're learning right now. They had that opportunity wasn't there for them. All right, they only copied their fathers, and their fathers were abusers. Okay, so that's the problem. But now your wife got you the book that changed your mentality, transformed you totally. Now you're behaving the way you feel like a real man should. Right now, I saw your son with you. A lot of 45-year-old men, you won't have their son next to them. They'll say, "Get out of here! Nobody here! Nobody here!" That's what they'll say.
Because when you shout on them, that's the way they will grow up and shout at your wife.
That's what they're gonna shout to their wife.
So you have to be conscious of it.
Thank you. I really appreciate you
And
guys.
all these things I learning from my wife.
God bless
I
you.
learned all these things from my wife.
If you don't humble yourself, you can't learn from your wife. You'll be saying, "I'm the man," and you don't know Jackie Robinson. Understand? Now your wife is now upgrading you right now, investing in your life and teaching you what to do to become a real man. You will find out that you get to point of prosperity faster in your life.
Pastor, sorry, I have a principle. I tell my wife that if anybody in the world will not tell me the truth, I want you to be the only person that will look into my face and say, "Look,
you're good.
Okomi, I want you to be the only person that will look into my face and say, "Look,
I want you to be the only person that will be able to tell me, Okomi, love for you."
That's right.
Okomi, low way. You know that kind of stuff. Thank you very much. God bless you, my brother. Let me bring Ambassador. Internet Ambassador of the freeze. What's up now, Ambassador? What's going on?
Oh, yeah,
I can't hear you.
You're freezing.
Oh yeah, we are hearing you now.
Awesome. Awesome.
All right. Tell us your age before you talk. Tell us your age before you talk.
No, I don't. Sure. My age?
Àti mọ èjì ẹ ìsọkúsọ ló fẹ́ sọ. Ìsọkúsọ táwọn age mate ẹ fẹ́ sọ ló fẹ́ sọ.
Èmi àgbàlagbò age kẹ ẹjọ ẹ dànù mẹ.
So what do you have for us?
Anyway. Yes, what I really want to say, number one, because I'm driving, so, I will be mixing everything together.
Okay.
But the thing I want to say is this. Number one, on behalf of we responsible men, I want to apologize to all the ladies. Yes, I won't say all men in general. Of we responsible men, I want to apologize to all the ladies, that have been victimized, the good ones, the loyal ones. Àwọn ẹni tí wọ́n kọ́ nù later to call out, the virtuous women that are going through pain every day and night. I want to really, really apologize, on behalf of responsible men, that God is going to be the one to heal their pain. Nobody can heal their pain. Not even your Pastor Chala. Only God will heal some of you women, Because as for me, I trust myself. If I don't trust anybody, I trust myself. A woman, that leaves me with that loss. But I will treat you like a queen. I'm not perfect, but I will make sure I treat you good. I treat you right. So if you leave me, you will be the one that lost. That's the way I see myself. I would never lay my hands on you. I will never mistreat you, and I will offend you unintentionally. Are you getting what I'm saying? That is what I'm
I'm looking at Ann Bello and Peace Joy. You guys can just keep quiet right there. I'm coming to you later. Ambassador Fire.
So, okay. Secondly, I believe the reason why they are saying men are polygamous in nature, or the reason why women, they say, oh, go back to your husband, as if we know it's in your this and that. I will give one major example or one major reason. Share Moipe, when a man, not even a husband though, just a young boy, if he impregnates a girl, that young boy can still continue his education. Am I lying?
No.
If that boy is still in secondary school, he will continue his education, he will graduate, he will become medical doctor, whatever he becomes in life. But the moment that girl is pregnant, do you know her education will be halted? Most things that she goes through will be halted a while. At times, most of them, they don't even further their education any longer. And some, they will wait some years. That is why I will be in they're supposed to be handled with care. So a boy, who says I want to have sex with a young girl, if he has a good, he will be able to know that, okay, if I put this girl in the family way, is she going to continue in her career? Is she going to continue based on her whole personal plans? Is she going to continue based on the plan her parents have for her? That's number one. Then, go for a no move. Because of so-called love, that's what that boyfriend, and she never even thought, that this kind of sex I'm going to have with this guy, I'm going to enjoy it for a moment, but what about the outcome at 2 but when I get pregnant, I'm in SS3, I'm in SS2, I'm in 4-1 or whatever it is, I'm actually going to continue with medication. So that is why if the men, they take advantage of that, because they are not the one carrying the baby. Are you getting what I'm saying? That's number 2. Number 3, when they say I'm polygamous in nature, as long as it's not in the Bible, I'm not going to subscribe to that.
Help us to fast it up. We have like 1, 2, 3, 4 people waiting already.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm here. So when they say men are polygamous in nature, I'm not going to subscribe to that. Even though, yes, truly, men, they can have sex with anything, but I'm not going to be some people that say men are polygamous in nature, because it's not in the Bible at all. It's not in the Bible. If it's in the Bible, it's a different story. It's not in the Bible, so I'm not going to say men are polygamous in nature. Because the Bible says that shall not commit fornication. It never says men. It never says women. It just says thou shalt not. Thou shalt not qualify. Thou shalt not curses both man and woman. So if a man is polygamous in nature, you are bringing babies, babies to this world. Then how are you going to take care of them when you catch diseases? Now, so are you going to remember that truly, because men are polygamous in nature, when you are paying child support to 3, 4 different baby mamas, it's because men are polygamous in nature? Please come of it. It's not in the Bible. So may God help us. So one more time, I say, you women, may God bless you. May God bless you. May God heal your pain. May God, lift you up. And may God help you to fulfill your destiny. I love you, women. God bless you guys.
We love you too. We women love you too. Let's go to Anne. Anne Bello, what's up?
Hello, Pastor Shola.
How are you doing? Who's the man sitting next to you?
That's my husband, the Otimo Melojulataro.
Now the guy when they make you happy with this. Yay. Are you one of the people that hate me that say Pastor Shola is always supporting women?
He likes you now, Pastor Shola. Don't mind him.
He does like me now.
Before Pastor Shola, I don't like you.
You don't like. now what did I do now?
She just forced me to fall in love. I said, when you are listening to Pastor Shola, can you please take the phone downstairs?
Thank God you didn't take the phone downstairs. You won't be on the show today now.
I will even leave where she is. I'll come downstairs. The phone will still follow her downstairs.
I'll be shouting. I'll just be shouting.
And this man, I said, number one, the way he shouts, I don't like it. Can you not just talk?
This is confession time. All right, you guys have a question for us, or probably you want to contribute?
Yeah, emoji. Thank you so much for the enlightenment that's been going on for a while. Initially, like I said, I wasn't a fan, but at the end of the day, I said, let me just listen to what this man is saying, because the way my wife rubs it in, it's just not. You don't just want to digest it. I have sisters too. One way or the other, you want to when you treat your wife in a way that is not right, just think about it for a second and see if someone is treating your own blood sister that way. How would you feel? A lot of men will tell you, oh, they will advise their own sister very correctly, but when they get home, it's a total different thing. But, I'm a cultural man. I'm over 45. And sometimes it's tough to abide with some stuff, right? I understand what you've been saying all this while. One, I don't like men. If you raise your hand once and beat a woman, that's the end for me. And you know what? But one way or the other, we are still humans in human body. And the best of every man is still man at its very best. There are certain things. We've been married for 16 years. But there are certain things that I've been repeating every single year for 16 years. And I still keep promising that, I would, I will change one day. But there are certain things that you will cross the line if you do that, as a Christian. Your show is not just for every Tom, Dick, and Harry. There are people that are not Christians. If you tell a Christian that fornication is bad, but when you are a Christian, there are certain things that even if you are struggling with it and you sit down with your spouse, with your wife, if she doesn't like it, she doesn't like it.
Yeah.
But I think our women too to understand the fact that I'm not saying we have ego, but that ego is just built on inside of us. And one way or the other, we overcome our ego when you think you want peace in your house. If your wife is not happy with you, there's no peace. You don't want to live in a house that everyone is doing their own thing. But there are certain things that you have to understand, man. So men loves cooking. Personally, I can cook. I cooked when I was in university, right? But I don't like cooking. But if it comes to the lawn mowing, I mow my lawn. I wash the garage down. Everyone is just opposed to it. Somebody will plant, someone will water. It's just an understanding at home.
Yeah.
My wife cannot come to Pastor Shola's show now and hear his sister saying, oh, my husband cooks so much. There are other things that I do too that she would appreciate.
Yeah, of course.
You just have to understand each other, not to compare yourself. Bible says if you compare yourself with yourself and among yourself, you are not wise. But there are some things that you learn from other people. And by and large, I hear that on the show. Initially, I was just thinking this Pastor Shola is too feminist, like supporting all the women. And isn't there anything that we do that is very right?
You men are very bad. You guys are too mean.
Thank you so much. We appreciate your time.
Let us hear Madam. Let's hear Madam's voice too. Now, Madam, which one you did now?
Pastor Shola, you have been a blessing. Thank you.
This man get mouth oh, his mouth is sweet oh.
One try, sir.
He must cook dinner tonight.
Pastor Shola, if she says that she cook, I don't joke with this woman though.
You really?
She's the reason behind everything, no.
Cook pepper soup. Pepper soup.
Okay.
With goat meat. Understand?
Okay.
And you take it to bed. On top of bed. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my goodness.
All right. Your first punishment. Give her a kiss. Give the woman a kiss. Make her see you. We don't see her for video. You turn the video around. All right. Thank you, my brother. God bless you. My sister, I love you. God bless you too.
Love you more,
Thank you for coming on the show. All right.
Thank you, sir. Bye-bye.
All right, let's go to Sister Joy. Sister Joy, how you doing? Joy, peace.
I'm fine, Pastor Shola. How are you?
I see our Patrick and Sister Ruth. Sister Ruth is going to come up eventually.
Can you
All right.
hear me okay?
I can hear you okay.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so thank you for hosting this.
Okay.
And I wanted to, point out to our ladies out there and myself that can we just practice self-love before marriage? It's going to go a long way, because if you love yourself first, you would understand the definition of love, even while courting. So my point here is that a lot of our women, African women, we tend to think that we are validated by the man. And at the end of the day, what we get turns out to be abuse, emotional abuse, all kinds of abuse. So when a woman first, before marriage, love herself first. So the man coming into our life is going to be a plus, meaning that we're going to be what? Complementing one another. It's not going to be, the mentality of I cannot do without a man. Because if you come to think about what is going on right now, the issue of, abusement, especially in the African society, you would see that, like, I think the sister mentioned, something, Koni. You understand? How there's a ways, that exactly. So another thing that I also want to throw out there is, when the foundation, like the Bible said, when the foundation is destroyed, what can the righteous do? So this men that were, our men that we're actually complaining about, have we sat down to think about what could be the possible cause? If we analyze it, you would see that it takes you down to the foundation. Because a man, like the other caller, said he hasn't seen his father lay his hands on his mom. So such kind of a man, even when he marries tomorrow and they are having issues, he wouldn't, the first thing that would come into his mind wouldn't be hitting his wife. So a man, and we all, we're a product of our environment. We're a product of what we've been through. We're a product of our family. So whatever it is a man displays in his family is actually not far-fetched, from where he's been raised. So that now takes our women to the drawing board. Meaning, when you were cutting, what were you looking out for? Were you carried away? You see where the issue is coming from? Were we carried away by, oh, I love you, you look good, you look fabulous, those, those sugar-coated words. Were we carried away by all those, and we were not looking out for the real deal? And we wait until marriage. You understand? We now wait until marriage to want to complain or point out what the issues are. These are the issues that could have been nipped in the bud. You get what I'm saying? So it's a whole lot of, work, reorientation, on learning stuff. Because this man, the truth about the matter is, Pastor Shola, it's not easy to unlearn what somebody have learned for 18 years, for 20-something years, and you expect him all of a sudden to be, you understand? It doesn't work that way. So our women, we gotta take this home. While courting, what you're not gonna take in marriage, don't take it while you guys are courting. So spell it out. Spell your values out. And coming to value now, a lot of our women don't even.
Sister Peace, can you please cut it short? We have 1, 2, 3 people waiting on the line, and the time is totally gone already.
So two things here.
Yeah.
Number one, practice self-love before marriage.
Okay.
Number two, define your values. while courting. A woman needs to be educated to understand her values. And I believe that would go a long way,
Yes, ma'am.
to managing, this issue of abuse in marriage. Thank you.
Yeah. My God. Thank you very much, Sister Peace. God bless you. Really enjoy your contribution. All right, let's go to Patrick real quick. We have Mr. Patrick Bosele. How you doing?
I'm doing great. Can you hear me, Pastor Shola?
We can hear you. You don't want us to see your face?
I didn't put it on the...
Don't worry. Fire on. You have a question for my guest?
Yeah, what I'm trying, I want to contribute. What I'm trying to say is, marriage is an institution. We are all going to learn from it.
Okay.
By the grace of God, I'm 55.
I don't know, lady. We are in trouble today. We have 55 in the house.
My grandfather had 22 wives.
Yay!
And my father made it a point of duty that he's going to marry only one wife.
Okay.
And he got married only one wife. I learned a lot from him. My
good.
mother was, I don't know how to describe her. She had twins 4 times. I'm a twin. Can you hear me?
We're hearing you, sir.
I'm a twin. So you have to make up your mind. Say, this what you are going to, you are learning from me. And whatever you have learned from your home, you are going to bring into your marriage.
Yes.
You have to define what you want for yourself. By God's grace, I'm a Christian. Hallelujah. I was brought up in Mushin, in a rural Mushin, but I still made up my mind. I went to university. I went to Uniben. I came to America. I still went to university. I started all over again. My wife went to university. Both of you have to work together. That's going to be difficult. You are coming from a different background.
Yes.
It has nothing to do with age. You have to learn. Number one thing, you must love one another.
Very good.
This is America. Anybody can hang out with a Katako solo stealer, but that's not what you are. That's not your plan. You must decide. That's why people are not getting it. There are going to be offenses. You are going to offend each other. You're going to fight. But you must love one another. That is very important. And like I said, you must know where you are going. Baba Adeboye said, anybody that's not up to 60 can still go back to school. There is wisdom in that. Pastors that are not up to 60, that doesn't have a degree, you can still go back to school. You have to humble yourself. I don't want to say much, but what my father says that whatever you are bringing from home is going to affect you in your marriage, but at the same time, you must humble yourself, learn from your wife, and your wife should also learn from you, because it's going to go a long way to affect your children. There's another that went to elephant fight. It is the grass that suffers.
Your suffers. Yeah.
So the most important, you have to build something for your children. Like I said, my father made up his mind and said, I'm going to marry one wife. My grandfather was a king. He was a judge during the colonial era. So one confund one fair one to win case. One confund a lot of money. Yes. So my dad said, no, that is not what I want. That's not my portion. I only need one wife.
Mr. Patrick.
I'm okay, sir.
Your wife is beautiful. I love your wife, man. Look at her face with a smile, everything. You know what I'm saying?
No, my wife actually brought me to your program.
Wow.
Watching it, I said, okay, let me just take time and watch
the very first time you saw me, you were like, I don't like this guy. This is crazy guy.
No. I don't have any biased mind. No, by God, I don't like. By God's grace, I'm a pastor.
Wow.
So I've taken time to listen to your program. That means you have something to offer.
I know. Thank God for you, man of God. Thank you very much for coming on the show with us. God bless you, sir.
Yes, sir.
All right. Sister Ruth Adekoya, how are you doing today? We can't hear you. You mute your line already. We can't hear you. Hello?
I'm so sorry. Yes, I've unmuted my line. Good evening, everybody. I am ever so sorry. I do have to apologize to everyone.
Let us bring gifts. Let's bring Sister Gift in before I will allow Sister Ruth to actually do a little bit of presentation. My time is gone anyway. Sister Gift, how are you doing today? Sister Gift, you freeze. Network. She's coming back. Hello, ma.
Hello, Pastor Shaladi.
How are you doing today? Spectrum, the internet, 5G or 2G. Hello, Sister Gift. We are waiting for you. All right, let us wait. Sister Ruth, how are you doing today?
I'm okay, thank you very much, sir. I'm absolutely fine. I don't want to repeat what my dear sister Yinka would have said. So what do you want me to talk about, or are there any particular questions?
Let me bring Sister Gift back. Sister Gift is back now. Our internet is now working correctly. Your internet, Sorodada. Hello, ma. Sister Gift, we are waiting for you, ma.
Good evening, sir.
Thank God.
Hello.
We are hearing you.
Oh, the line is really, really bad. Can you hear me?
We can hear you, ma.
We can hear you.
She's in London, right? Because I can hear the British accent inside her voice too, like Sister Ruth. All right. Let's leave her alone. Let's come to Sister Ruth again. Sister Ruth, we just want you to just kind of like just give us like a loose summary of what you already have planned to actually share with us on this issue of microwave forgiveness. You are a married woman yourself, and I believe your husband must have offended you several times.
Plenty.
Sister Yinka actually took us on a kind of a roller coaster journey. She took us all the way down, and then she brought us back all the way up. You know, Sister Gift is back again. Just hold on.
Okay.
Hello, Mama. Hello, Mama Gift. Mama Gift, how are you?
Yes, I am back. Yes, sir, I am. I'm here to give you a gift, I swear, tonight, sir.
All right, go ahead and give me the gift. Let me see it.
Not to that extent at all.
Let it be to that extent. Do I need give me money?
Just a contribution, just to let both we.
This internet is not good. It's not good. It's not good at all. It's not good. It's actually just fluctuating. So, Sister Ruth, let's just hear from you. What do you have for us?
So in terms of microwave forgiveness,
yes.
As the topic says, I did a lot of prep, but because I know the show's been going on for a while and I don't want to repeat anything that might have already been said, I'm just going to touch on what forgiveness is and what forgiveness isn't. The benefits of forgiveness and the process of forgiveness. Before I do that, can I just quickly ask my sister, Sister Yinka, have you gone through any of those? Because I don't want to repeat it if you've already done that.
I just gave just a tiny definition of what forgiveness is. Has it been a conscious effort to let go of any harm or hurt that has been done to us?
Fantastic. That's actually a great definition. That's the same definition that I have as well. So I'm not going to talk about that. Rather, I'll quickly go into what forgiveness isn't. And this is really, really interesting. So I came across a Christian counselor online, and he really, really analyzed it. And I think it's very, very applicable to us, especially in our culture and society as Nigerians or Africans in general. And it says forgiveness is not a feeling. People tend to feel that, oh yeah, I forgive you, and that's it. It doesn't happen that way. It's not automatic. Also, forgiveness does not mean the same as trusting. those two are different things. So I can forgive you, but after the forgiveness, I can decide, you know what, you've really, really hurt me bad. You've betrayed me. I am no longer going to trust you. Forgiveness also does not necessarily mean reconciling. Sometimes relationships cannot be repaired, even though we really want it to. Sometimes we can forgive, and then we might decide, you know what, the best thing is for the parties involved to go their separate ways.
Yes.
Also, forgiveness does not heal everything in a single moment. So when you make a conscious decision to forgive someone, it doesn't automatically mean everything is now okay. We can now go back to the way that things were. It just does not happen that way. If you set your mind up like that, you're setting yourself up to fail in the journey of forgiveness. And this one, forgiveness is not the same as forgetting. And, our brain is not built to forget. We can forgive, but you will definitely remember. And when you remember, sometimes the hurt will come again. Those emotions will come again. And then you need to go through all of that process again in the forgiveness, which I'm going to talk about. And also forgiveness, this last two, forgiveness is not excusing the offense or tolerating the hurt that was done. And we tend to mix this up in our Nigerian culture. I can't speak for any other cultures because I'm Nigerian. That's what I know. We tend to feel like, oh, once I've forgiven you, that means I have to excuse the offense. No, the offense needs to be dealt with, and then everybody can move on. Sorry, my sister, you were going to say something.
No, I totally agree with what you're saying. This is what has been the focus of the discussion tonight.
Fantastic, fantastic.
Yes.
Fantastic. So there are 4 steps of forgiveness. I personally believe that forgiveness is a journey. So when you decide you're going to forgive somebody, it's a continual journey until when you remember what they've done and it doesn't hurt you anymore. Then you know, right, I've completely forgiven this person, the pain is gone, etc. And that does not happen overnight. And I think that's when we miss it sometimes. So what are the 4 steps of forgiveness? The first step is to uncover your anger. And if you are going to forgive somebody, it means letting go of the anger. And that takes time because there will be times you'll remember what they've done and you will get angry all over again. And then you just have to work through it. Forgiveness is like going through the stages of grieving when you lose someone to death. And people don't seem to realize that. So it's uncovering your anger, dealing with those anger issues, and that takes time as well. The next step is actually deciding to forgive. So yes, I've realized that somebody's hurt me. I'm very, very angry. Now I need to make a conscious decision that, you know what, I'm going to forgive this person. I'm going to let go of that hurt to revenge. I'm not going to tolerate the behavior or what they've done. I'm not going to excuse it, but I've decided I'm going to let go of the hurt. And then you're going to work on the forgiveness. And one of the ways to work on forgiving someone is an approach called reframing. And what reframing does, it allows you to look at the original offense in a new way. So putting yourself in the shoe of the person that's offended you. Now, that doesn't mean that you're trivializing what they've done. It doesn't mean that you're excusing what they've done. And we have to realize that, everybody is responsible for their own behavior. But, putting yourself in their shoes might be, there's a well-known saying that people who are hurting themselves hurt other people. So it might be that they're going through stuff. That's why they're behaving in the way they're behaving. It can help you to understand them, and that can help you in working on forgiving them. And lastly, you need to now release the emotional pain. And I think that's one of the most difficult things to do, because as humans, we want to hold on to it. That person really wronged me. That person really offended me. Why should I let go of it? But you know what? When we forgive somebody, there's a famous anonymous proverb that says, not forgiving someone is like drinking poison and expecting the other person to die. So, those are the stages of forgiveness that we need to go through. And this also applies to forgiving yourself as well, because sometimes we might have done things in the past, we've made decisions, and we find it very difficult to forgive ourselves. It's the same process and the same concept as well. Thank you very much. I don't want to take any more further time.
Beautiful, beautiful. Sister Kemi, you want to react to that? Sister Yinka, sorry.
Oh, you've said everything we've said before you came. You've just packed it up for us neatly and tied it up in a bow. So you've given an excellent explanation, and you put it in such a way that even those just joining us, they've got the whole
picture of everything.
Got the whole everything we've talked about today. So well done to you, Sister Ruth.
Right, thank you. And well done to you for doing all that explanation.
We have Sister Gift back. Are you going to talk
yes,
now?
I'm back. I am back, Pastor. I just want to add to what that my sister have just said about forgiving and moving forward.
Okay.
It's very crucial in any relationship when we offend each other, whether husband and wife, friends, or whoever, brothers and sisters. When we have an argument or when we wrong each other and we say we settled and we forgive, we need to move forward. And bear in mind, the other party that committed that offense should know that the person forgiving you doesn't mean she will forget about the whole thing. But the thing is, the fact that the person has forgiven, meaning that the pain that it brings from that offense will be limited. And the action taken with regards to that will be withdrawn from some people. Some people will just forget and let go. Some people will still have it, just as Sister Ruth mentioned earlier. But what I'm trying to say here is that whoever that is on the wrong side should bear in mind that that person that he or she has offended might still be nursing that thing in one side of their hearts. They shouldn't take that as if that they've not forgiven them. They should just give them time to allow that part of their heart to be healed completely. Because if they are referring to it that after all I've begged you, after all I've done the right thing, why are you still referring to it? The person is referring to it doesn't mean that the person has not forgiven. So I use myself as an example. A friend did something unheard of. Unheard of. When I said unheard of, it was really bad. And initially I said, you know what, let's just go our separate way. There's nothing anybody can do that will make me be a friend with you anymore, because what she did, when the whole thing broke out and we all narrated our own part to our elderly one, they told her off and that she shouldn't have ever even think of it, let alone doing it. And then they appeals to me that I should just forgive and think about how far we've been coming. And I let go thoroughly, but part of me up till now, the way I relate with her, the way I express my feelings, the way I expose my secret to her in the past, now is totally different. Because somewhere in me is subconsciously reminded of what has happened. And when my friends say, oh, you don't do the way you used to do to me before, we don't talk anymore. And I said, I'm sorry, I just don't know how to do it. I can't. I tell you what I think I need to tell you. So it's same thing with other people. Some people will say, you know what, it's done, it's done. Go your way and let me go my way. So that's my little...
Thank you very much. Thank you very much for coming on the show with us. God bless you, madam. God bless you.
Amen.
All right, because of our time, I want to quickly just appreciate Sister Yinka Sanusi for taking time to be on the show with us. I'm still going to be bringing them anyway. They're still going to come up and talk about some other topics by the grace of God. But for now, thank you very much for coming on the show. I want to quickly appreciate Sister Ruth Adekoya also, even though you were late, but you were able to summarize everything like within 5 minutes. You were able to do a good job. I really appreciate you. Now, in conclusion, what I want to say is that I understand that you women are very sensitive about crime. If we commit a crime against you guys, it will take you guys time to be able to process the forgiveness. We men, we don't forgive at all. I'm sorry. We don't have forgiveness in our dictionary. We can forgive you for not cooking. We can forgive you for not doing laundry. We can forgive you for not closing the door and going to sleep. We can forgive you for not taking the trash out. But when it comes to cheating, we cannot forgive. It's actually not something we love to forgive. But those young boys of 28 to 39, they are willing to forgive their wives for cheating. All right? But we hold ones like this, like Ujo, but what am I trying to say is that we need to actually balance it up. All right? In as much as we know that it's not the right thing for us to cheat as men, let us make sure that we run away from anything that has to do with that. Because now you can actually see that women it's not easy for them to be able to forgive when it comes to that. So you know right now that this is the one thing you can do that will actually trigger the anger of your wife, and it's going to go for years. That everything can never be the same anymore. Abuse also, you lay your hands on your wife, beating your wife, slapping your wife, is actually going to mess up the life of that woman, and then she might not be able to forgive you also. But at the same time, I want to appeal to women that please tamper justice with mercy. There are times that people would actually do stuff, and it's because we are still kids. At the age of 35, we misbehave. At the age of 28, we misbehave. We can do all manners of things. Actually, age has nothing to do with maturity. At the age of 50, I can still misbehave. Or that doesn't mean that's going to be the end of my life, or that should be the end of our relationship, or whatsoever. I understand the part of the pain. I understand the part of the trust that have been broken. But please, let's still find a way to actually tamper justice with mercy. Don't let it be 1 year or 2 years before you forgive us. Give us sex on time, at least one time every 2 days. Once every 2 days. It's still okay. We will. I'm just appealing to you women. I beg you in the name of God. If you want me to prostrate for you, I'll prostrate for you. All the men are behind me. They say I should beg. I should beg you guys, and you guys, there's one thing that you guys have. You have power over sex. So we don't have power over it. So we are begging you to please just tamper justice with mercy and give it to us on time as you are healing. You see, the sex can heal you too. Understand? So when you allow us to do it, it will heal your. But we promise we are not going to do anything crazy anymore, by the grace of God. So thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for actually being with us on this show. From Sister Yinka, what do you have to say? Close it. God bless you. All right, Sister Ruth. Oh, Sister Yinka is saying something.
No, just says please keep safe. Let's keep it safe, please.
Yeah, Sister Ruth.
Thank you, everybody. And just as Sister Yinka said as well, keep well, keep safe as well.
Yeah. We're coming back. We're bringing all these two women back to talk about money in relationship. Is money important? Is money not important? How are you going to react if your husband doesn't have money? Are you going to kill them, or you're going to go to get 2 jobs and work 2 jobs to cater for the need of your family? Or what are you going to do? All right. Thank you very much, everybody, for watching. I'll see you guys later on the flip side. Remember to keep it gospel. Love you. Bye.
Thank you, everyone. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.